I heard this story years ago. I never knew if it was true or not. That you got trolled through, what was it, Boca Grande Pass, dressed as a tarpon in a tarpon suit. Is that real?
No.
Damn it.
Nah, I definitely.
Because Boca Grande is like where everyone catches the tarpon, and like you can go catch a tarpon and like any day of the week, cameraheads will come up and just eat these like 200-pound tarpon in one bite.
That didn't happen.
Okay.
Pontius rode we towed him on an inflatable orca in Alaska with like legit wild orcas in the shot, like right behind him.
Shit.
I think Manny told me about this. He said
Yeah,
you guys dumped him in the water in front of them.
Apparently, if I remember correctly, there was not a lot of there was like not a lot of data from like humans swimming with wild orcas.
Right.
And like they didn't know what's gonna happen. They knew that like if the orca's gonna kill you, you're gonna get killed.
They kill great white sharks.
Yeah, big time. But our experience was, and everyone was a little bit surprised that trying to swim with the orcas, they just couldn't get near them. They just didn't want to mess with you.
Yeah.
Manny was in that water, like trying to go ride an orca.
What a psycho,
Yeah, they weren't having it.
Yeah, he said that you guys saw it in Alaska, like a pod of orcas, and he was like, go drop me off in front of him. And he's like, I got in the water, and the visibility was like this in that water.
Right.
He didn't see it until like it was literally right next to him.
I don't think he even managed to get, like, I just think that they weren't cool with being around humans.
Really?
If I remember
I don't think there's ever been a case where an orca's attacked a human in the wild.
Never once.
Isn't that strange, dude? Because they fucking eat dolphins, they eat great whites just for their liver. Like, they fuck animals up. Yeah. But not humans. They don't want to mess with humans.
SeaWorld.
Yeah, well, unless you put them in a tank, then they'll drown you.
Oh yeah, you did a SeaWorld thing too.
Oh yeah, you did do the SeaWorld. You did 2 different SeaWorld stunts, didn't you?
Yeah, I sure did. Yeah. That was during my like militant vegan phase when my approach to animal advocacy.
Well, you don't have to be a vegan to protest SeaWorld. What SeaWorld does is fucking criminal, bro.
Right. Yeah.
Didn't you go to jail for one of them?
I was sentenced to 30 days in jail. I ended up serving 8 hours.
Oh, okay. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Was that the one on the crane?
Yep. Yeah. It was expensive. It was expensive and arguably worth the publicity. But like just looking back on that one, like I'm not proud of the wasting of emergency first responders resources. You know, like there were so many like fire trucks and cops, and it was just like, what a waste. You know, and it was dumb. Like, I'm on a crane nowhere near SeaWorld. Like, the reason I did that was because my buddies and I had just gotten, like, our first drone. We just learned how to fly the drone. And, like, so now what are we going to film with the drone? Like, to get something awesome, like, I now need to get myself hella up in the air. So I'm just, like, looking up at, like, and I see cranes, and I'm like, well, it'd be kind of rad to be like treacherously on a gnarly, super tall crane and have the drone shot of that. But that's only half an idea. So I'm like, what am I gonna do? I'm like, all right, well, if I'm on a crane, we'll get the cool drone shot. I'll bring an inflatable whale that says SeaWorld sucks and blow up fireworks. Like, you know, all right. Like, sure. I remember after doing that, there were so many people for years who were like, hey, man, I really respect like what you did to stand up against SeaWorld. And, you know, on one level, sure, like I suppose my heart was in the right place, but also at the same time, like I was just attention whoring. You know, I was that was just me. Like if I do this, I'll get attention, headlines, you know, and I certainly did. But between wasting the emergency responders, you know, time and being a blatant, you know, attention grab and like sort of negative reinforcement approach to animal advocacy.
Yeah.
Like, that's sort of a trifecta of
Well, I think
not
that
my
did
proudest moment.
It helped though, right? Because I think right after that,
It was, I think, coincidental that like within 2 weeks of that, there was the first legislation that said no more breeding of orcas in captivity. I think that's what it was.
Yeah, because they would go out and just straight up capture those orcas and dolphins and put them in those tanks.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, well, you know what? I think at this point, like whatever orcas are in captivity, then that's it. And then once they've all, died, then I don't know that you can replace them anymore.
Yeah.
Certainly can't breed them anymore in captivity.
Yeah.
And yeah, I agree. It's terrible.
Because you're like literally driving them crazy. Like they're like mentally ill when they're in those tanks.
Dude,
You can just slowly die. It's like slow death,
Yeah.
and they're fucking. I'm sure they become some level of like psychotic.
for sure. I mean, I think that's just the fact of their dorsal fin flopping over. It's
Right.
like they've just like lost their will, or whatever, like broken their spirit.
Yeah.
And like it's terrible, But I think if I were to point to something that upsets me like way more, it's just like the grand scale of animal agriculture, the factory farming. You know, like that's like that's so widespread. It's on such a huge scale.
And not only is it terrible for fucking nature, but it's also terrible for humans too to eat that stuff.
I think so. I think so. I haven't eaten any meat other than seafood for more than 17 years.
Really?
Yeah.
I think seafood's probably the healthiest.
And like I believe I don't think that dying's that big of a deal. I mean, sure, it's just like everybody's got to die. I think it's living that's difficult. Like suffering in life is what I think we want to avoid. And for me to imagine a fish that lives in the ocean naturally, it has a great life, and then ultimately at the end of its life it's caught, and like it had a good life is what's important to me. And where I've gone back and forth between eating no meat whatsoever and eating seafood, I believe that I was just doing my body all kinds of not helpful with chicken,
By being
all
vegan?
that, like the Beyond Burgers.
Oh,
They're delicious. It's great, but that's not food, dude.
No.
That's an absurd substance.
It's something made in a lab, like chemists in a lab, like trying to figure out like how do we make this thing look more like a burger and taste more like a burger, and like all the chemicals and shit that are in it.
It's terrible.
They're so bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. So I just think that my body recognizes seafood as actual food, and that now with all the overfishing in the oceans, there's another fucking huge problem. Eating fish, am I contributing to the destruction of the ecosystem of the ocean and the whole balance of nature? And like, there's no more fucking fish. What do they say that the plastic in the ocean will outweigh fish? Like in the near future.
Really? I wouldn't be surprised.
Seen a lot of reports where they find like tons of chemicals in fish that's in the water, and microplastics in fish now, and it's like
Yep.